Hello, my friend. Welcome to this practice. Today, you will listen, repeat, and learn English in a simple way. But more than that, you will feel inspired. This story is not only for your ears, it is for your heart. Maybe you also have a dream. Maybe you want more from life, but the road feels too long. Bills come fast, money feels small, and hope feels weak. Many times you say to yourself, I want to change, but I don't know how. I understand. Life is heavy. Dreams feel far away. But today, you will hear how one young woman fights through struggle. Step by step, she learns that effort brings change. The truth is clear. Dreams cost effort. Nothing is free. But when you work, believe, and refuse to stop, everything is possible. If you listen till the end, this story will not only inspire you, but also teach you and maybe change your life. Emma was 22 years old. She lived in a small seaside town where the air smelled of salt and the waves sang every morning. The town was simple, but Emma carried big dreams in her heart. She loved food. She loved the smell of fresh bread, the taste of hot soup, and the joy of sharing meals with others. Her dream was clear. One day, she wanted to own her own café, a warm place where people could eat, talk, and feel at home. But life was not easy for her family. Her father, Daniel, was a fisherman. He worked long nights on the sea, fighting storms just to bring home enough fish. Her mother, Rosa, sold vegetables at the market. She woke before sunrise every day, her hands rough from hard work. Still, money was never enough. Emma often looked at her parents and felt a heavy responsibility. She wanted to change their life. She wanted to give them peace, comfort, and pride. But how? She was young, she was poor, and dreams always seemed so far away. Still, deep inside, Emma promised herself, I will try, I will not give up. One summer afternoon, Emma walked along the seaside road. She watched tourists laugh, take photos, and look for food. Many of them stopped and asked, where can we buy a quick snack? But there was no place nearby. People had to walk far into town for a meal. Emma's eyes lit up. She thought, this is my chance. Tourists want food. I can make sandwiches and sell them here. Her heart raced with excitement, but then she stopped. She had no money for bread, cheese, or vegetables. Her family could not help. Every coin was already needed at home. For a moment, her dream felt impossible. Then Emma remembered a small grocery shop near the harbor. It was owned by Mrs. Green, an older woman known for her strict rules and sharp eyes. People said she trusted no one, but Emma decided to try. Emma walked into the shop, stood tall, and said, Mrs. Green, I want to sell sandwiches for the tourists. I have no money now, but if you trust me for 1 week, I will pay you back after selling. Mrs. Green narrowed her eyes. Why should I trust you, girl? She asked. Emma answered, because I will work hard. I will not waste this chance. After a long silence, Mrs. Green finally said, "1 week. Take what you need. If you fail, don't come back." Emma's heart leapt with hope. It was her first step. The next morning, Emma woke before the Sunday. She bought bread, cheese, and vegetables from Mrs. Green's shop. At home, she worked with shaking hands. She wanted the sandwiches to be perfect. But her first attempt was far from good. The bread turned hard after a few hours in the sundae. The cheese melted into a messy lump. The vegetables lost their fresh taste. When she sold her first sandwich, the tourist took a bite, chewed slowly, and gave a weak smile. "It's okay," he said before walking away. Emma's heart sank. She tried again the next day, but the filling was bland. People bought one, but no one came back for more. That night, Emma sat at the table, tired and sad. "Maybe I'm not good at this," she whispered. Her mother, Rosa, touched her hand and said, "Emma, remember this. Hard work is never free. Every mistake you make is part of the cost. Keep going. You will learn." Those words gave Emma new strength. She tried again, changing small things each day. She toasted the bread, added salt and herbs, and wrapped the sandwiches with care. Slowly, people noticed the difference. One afternoon, a group of tourists smiled after eating. "This is delicious," they said. Emma's face lit up. At last, her first satisfied customers had arrived. Her heart filled with hope. Maybe her dream was not so far after all. Week by week, Emma's sandwiches became better. Word spread along the seaside road. Tourists stopped by her stand. Locals bought food to take home, and children ran to her with coins in their hands. Each evening, Emma counted her small profits with a smile. She saved every bit she could, dreaming of something bigger. After 2 months, Emma finally had enough money to buy a small food cart. She painted it white and blue, the colors of the sea, and placed it near the harbor where ships arrived. The cart gave her more space, and she began to sell not only sandwiches but also fruit drinks and small cakes. People loved the warm smile on her face as much as the food in her hands. But one day, change came. A new café opened nearby. Its name was Jack's Bistro. The shop was bright, modern, and full of lights. Jack, the young owner, wore a neat suit and spoke with confidence. Curious tourists quickly filled his café. Emma's cart looked small and plain beside his shining shop. Day by day, her sales dropped. Fear touched her heart, but she refused to quit. She asked her customers what they liked about Jack's place. Some said it looked clean and pretty. Others loved his decorated cakes. Emma listened carefully. Then she painted her cart again, added flowers, and learned simple cake designs from books in the library. Slowly, people returned. They said, "Emma's food tastes better, and her smile feels real." One night, dark clouds gathered over the sea. The wind howled, and heavy rain began to fall. Waves crashed against the shore with a force Emma had never seen before. By morning, the seaside road was flooded. When Emma ran to check her cart, her heart broke. The water had soaked everything. The wood was damaged, the wheels stuck in the mud, and all her supplies were gone. Emma stood in the rain, tears mixing with the storm. She had worked so hard, step by step, and now it seemed destroyed in one single night. Sitting on a broken crate, she whispered, "Maybe this is the end. Maybe I should give up." But soon, people from the town came. Mrs. Green, the shop owner, brought warm tea. A fisherman offered spare wood. A young couple handed Emma coins, saying, "We believe in you." One by one, neighbors and tourists stopped to encourage her. They admired her courage. They remembered her smile and her effort. Emma realized she was not alone. The storm had taken her cart, but it had also shown her something greater. When you work with heart, people want to help you stand again. Emma did not give up. With the coins and small donations from her neighbors, plus the savings she still had, she began to rebuild. It was not easy. Some days she worked from sunrise to night, fixing broken boards, cleaning damaged pans, and planning her new start, but step by step, hope returned. Her father, Daniel, carried wood from the harbor. Her mother, Rosa, washed vegetables and kept the books. Children from the neighborhood painted signs with bright colors. Even Mrs. Green stopped by to give her extra flour and sugar. Piece by piece, Emma's dream grew again. At last, the doors opened to her new place. It was small, simple, but full of light. She named it Emma's Harbor Café. The walls smelled of fresh bread, the tables carried flowers, and her smile welcomed every guest. Soon, the café became more than a shop. It was a symbol of hope for the town. People said, "If Emma can rise after the storm, so can we." Tourists came not only for food, but also for the story of the young woman who refused to give up. Emma's dream had found a home. Emma's journey teaches us something powerful. Dreams are never free. They demand sacrifice, time, and energy. Every step forward carries a cost, but each cost brings us closer to our goal. Emma gave her sleep, her comfort, and her strength to build her dream, and slowly her effort turned into success. Failure was not her end, it was her teacher. Each ruined sandwich, each lost customer, each broken cart gave her new knowledge. She learned not to fear mistakes, but to grow from them. That lesson is true for all of us. Help also came when she first helped herself. Emma did not sit and wait for rescue. She stood up, worked, and showed courage. Then her community stood beside her. This is how life works. When people see your effort, they want to join you. And most of all, Emma never gave up. Even when the storm destroyed her cart, she found the strength to rise again. That is why her cafe became more than a shop. it became a light of hope. Remember this for your own life. Your dream may be hard, but it is not impossible. Work, learn, stand again, and never stop. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video.